fit. You know, just a little more cutting out. Well, it kind of fits. Fits closer without the AC on it. Because I got to decide, either one way or another, I'm hacking something. And technically, it's only the body that needs to look good, not underneath. I mean, I think I'm going to start cutting out. I'm just going to cut stuff out. Make it all fit. Well, if that don't fit, I'm screwed. Makes me a little sick. I'm sure it'll work out in the end. I'm sure it'll work out in the end. Hopefully. I really hope. Oh, you better fit. Alright, well, I guess I'm left with no choice. Finally got the bottom transmission mount and the CV half shafts hooked up. Mostly level. And I have no room for the radiator. Pretty sure I needed the radiator in this area right here. I can try a couple fitments, but I don't think it's gonna fit. I just don't know. Am I doing this right? Need more pictures and videos of when I pulled it out. I'm fairly certain I'm going to have to move this back, which I really don't want to do. I gotta think about this for a minute. Alright, well, I made my decision. I really don't want to mess with the struts. I don't want to move the struts back, and I don't want them to be straight up and down. This is where it's going to go. I'm probably going to have to relocate the lights and get rid of this spring here for the hinge. And I'll just do a lift strut somewhere to hold the hood up. Then I can cut this out more, and then I should be able to get the radiator in there. I think this is like a 1/2 inch gap from the original, so just cut it out more. I mean, I might be able to leave the light. I don't know. Probably want to redo the bottom anyways. It's all bent and hit and whatnot, being so close to the ground. Engine is kind of poking out, so I'll just build a new air dam. I'll just rebuild it. We'll just build something different. We'll just lower it, or no, I don't think I can build anything different. I'll probably straighten this out, fix it, and I'll probably just lower it closer to the ground. But just lots of work, lots and lots of work, but I already knew that was going to happen. So now I've got to figure out how I'm going to mount this engine. So that's what's next. I'm half tempted. I'll come over here to this side. So I need something to come from here over to here, maybe on the outside, and then a bracket. I need to build better, stronger strut tower. So I might come up and have something go down to the top and have this, or right here, come over here somewhere, or back here. I could come over like this, maybe, but definitely have to beef this up and then have something come from this down to this to help hold it up and have this help. I think that's where my plan is. I'll just come to the outside with the bracket instead of having it all on the inside, and then I can just cut all that out of the way, and then I'll make new bumper mounts, and really should unbolt that before it like breaks it off. I'll just redo it. I'll just have to redo it. I think that's how I'm gonna have to go. What have I done? It's lunchtime. I need some food. Alright, well, building a strut tower and support for the engine. I'm going from this to this to this. Come on, I need a win. I'm dying. The day's almost over. I feel like I barely got anything done. Holy crap. I really hope this fits like perfect. It's getting late. It's probably time to call it quits. I've got the other piece of strut cut out, partially welded in there. That's probably gonna be a problem, but I might have to make a new one that connects right there and comes down to here or something, maybe. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get new struts. But for now, and this side is now being held up. It's not 100% welded, but we'll get there. Till tomorrow. I don't know if anyone's interested in seeing this, but I guess I'll put it in just in case. Well, there it is. It's under its own weight. It's not glamorous, I don't think, but it'll all be covered up, so it won't matter. No one's gonna see it anyways. I still got a bunch of boxing to do. Got a box in the strut tower. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna blade everything so I don't have these big old holes, I guess. I don't know. Plating this stuff will come later. Right now I just got to make sure everything's nice and strong and beefed up. That's my current goal, is it doesn't fall apart as I drive down the road. I still got to figure out the radiator. I got to figure out the steering wheel. I've got to figure out the wiring, brakes, clutch, shifting. I don't know if my cables are long enough to shift this thing. I'm gonna have to see if I can make cables or order longer cables or something, because they're only like 3 feet long, and that's like, looks like 6 feet back there from here all the way inside the cab. The original ones probably went from here to like right here, maybe. Yeah, that's what I would think. So that's gonna be fun. I'll figure that out. Maybe the hardest part is done. I got me the gyro line tool, so we can check alignment on this thing. That'll be fun. I finally got a measurement for the strut towers, and it's supposed to be 44.5, and right now I'm at like 44.1 from center bolt to center bolt, but I do have some room in here for play, so I might be able to loosen that and adjust it over, or make the hole bigger, or whatever, remount it. I might need to now that it's got the weight in there, but everything's holding together. Well, I think I'm gonna clean up and call it a day. I'm tired. It's been a long week. This is like 8 days straight. I haven't been full 8-hour days, but some days have been 10-hour days. Aside from stressing about how I'm going to get that radiator in there. Fun times. Alright, on to the next dilemma. Steering. Little bit of a problem. The steering angle is going to be way too steep. I'm going to have to see if I can spin this rack. This line's going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to bend that. It's got a bushing over there, so I can just loosen that. Looks like it's one piece. I'm probably going to have to just cut it off and then see if I can spin it. I need that to aim down, because that's used to be like this. I need it like that. Let's see what I can figure out, I guess. Now I cut these off, these bolt downs. I think what I'm going to try and do first, it's still hot, instead of trying to make a new bracket, it's aluminum, hopefully, and not magnesium. Hopefully it's weldable. For me, well, hopefully I can bolt these back down and then turn this to where I need it, tack it, pull it back out and weld it. And this is just push and pull. It's not under a lot of stress, so I'm hoping this will be strong enough. And all it does is just this, like maybe 2 inches of movement. It's got no side to side, and this is plastic. So I gotta figure out how long this one needs to be, but I need to mount the shifter box. And then I can figure out how long this needs to be. Weld that one on. I think it's only like 6 inches. I did 8 just in case. Here's the other one. I didn't grind that one down. I hope it works. I hope it works. Getting the shift cables in, and of course, I guess wrong, my rods are too short. I had this bolted here, and then I had that back there, and it looked like it was like 4 to 6 inches. Now that I've kind of got it installed, now that the shifter's in its spot, man, this thing's a mess. Our extensions for these are too short. I actually cut these at 8 inches just in case, and I still need 2 or 3 more inches. So that's lovely. It should be okay to weld something in there. I could be wrong. I have all the parts for the steering, so I'm going to be working on that right now. Hopefully my idea works. So I made a new one of these that holds a bearing as I drop it. This is just a support bearing. It'll go in here. So this, kind of a copy of this right here. Alright. So I've got these 2 steering wheels. And I've got some other parts. We've got this steering shaft. Probably gonna have to weld it in there on this side. This will go right here with the bearing, and then I think I'm gonna have to put this joint here, and then that'll go down to the rest of the other section. Hopefully that works. Probably gonna have to build a bracket off this to connect to that. There's nothing under the dash that I can do. I don't know, I haven't really been under there to look around, so I might have to do that. Oh, I hope this steering doesn't take all day. I'd like to get more done in a today and just steering. I'd like to get the shift cables done, the steering done. It'd be nice to get the rear suspension done, but I probably won't. So that's gonna be cool. So that's gonna be fun. I don't know. See where this goes. One step closer. Got the steering wheel in. It's kind of funny. Volkswagen. Might change that down the road. I don't know. Right now, it's in. I gotta make a mount for this up here. Help handle the weight. Because it's rocks, right? So I got a bracket right there I can mount to. Figure it out which is the best. Oh, it'll be right in there somewhere. You just got to make something to come down off that and bolt to it. Now you just got to get the rack and pinion in there. Hopefully I can re-weld it. I'll probably have to shorten this up. We'll find out here in a minute. All right, I was able to weld this, so that's good news. Not the prettiest. I had to sand some of it down for clearance issues. Might have to come in and fill in more later. There's a good chance of that. We'll have to see how strong it is. Like I said, it's not super pretty. It's very dirty aluminum. I mean, some of it turned out decent. But, as long as it holds, that's the main concern. I'm going to toss this back in there, and hopefully I'll have steering. So, getting closer. One step closer. Trying to decide what I should do here. It's quite the pedal difference. It goes back so far. I don't think it needs that full stroke. I would assume it's probably just like maybe that much. I have a couple options here. I could redo the pedal a little lower. Oh no, I'll show you what I mean. Probably being a little crazy with this, but I don't know. I want to try and get the VW newer stuff to work, especially since the throttle is it's not cable, it's throttle position sensor, so I got to reuse that. I'm trying to make the VW brakes and clutch work with this. The Z ones are trash, need to be replaced, and they're expensive. I don't want to, and I've already got all this stuff, so it'd probably be easier to just kind of integrate the new stuff with the old stuff. But I'm really trying to just put all of the 2001 newer stuff in here. So here I've got the 280Z clutch and brake pedal. This is the brake pedal from the Jetta. As you can see here, if you can, it's much farther out and shorter if I line it up with the same bolt pattern. I'm trying to figure out, I can probably cut this and adjust it, but I don't know if I want to. It shouldn't be a problem to at least lower it. I just don't know if I really should lose 4 inches. My other option is to cut the firewall out and push it back, and as far as I can go is 3 inches. So I can cut the firewall out. This is the brake and this is the clutch, and I can build a box outside. Just don't know if it's worth doing all that. I think what I might do is go ahead and just mount it, and if I don't like it, I guess I can change it later. If I do it the other way around, it's going to be hard to go back. That's what's left of it. cut out all the 280Z pieces, installed all the Volkswagen pieces. So the clutch and the brake pedal. Had to extend the brake pedal. I had to lower the clutch compared to the Volkswagen, but I had to lower this down to get it to fit. It needed to be lowered anyways because the pedals were too high off the floor. So I extended this one down so they match. Got it all welded in, nice and strong. And surprised this bracket even lined up. I thought it was going to be too close, but it's kind of, it was made for it. It just goes right around it and everything, ready to go. Kind of hilarious. I'm going to go slap it in, and then clutch and brake should be done.